It's time. Okay, so, right. So I tried setting up between this stream and the last, but you can tell super awkwardly by the fucking, by the way it's laid out on the title screen, but I have a counter. I can make it count up by hitting this button, I can make it count down by hitting this button, and I can reset it all. Slight problem with the counter. What the fuck? Oh yeah, because I clicked in the Streamlabs. Hold on. Okay, there is one little problem. So, if I am clicked into the game as such, and I hit, if I hit the add button, nothing changed. I hit 2, 3, 4 times, nothing changes. It does not visually update at all. But if I hit it one more time after tabbing out of the game, it's now at 5. So the problem is that, so I have global hotkeys enabled, which they are working. It does in fact keep track of like how many times I hit the button, but it doesn't visually update until it doesn't visually update the counter until I tab out and then interact with the counter again, which is a slight issue. My solution to this is that if I get her on the Sannyo, I'll just alt tab. I'll just alt tab out of the game every time I get her on the Sannyo, which, I mean, to be fair, isn't that often, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I'll probably forget to do it on a couple of runs, but hey, I was probably gonna forget to hit that button anyway. I mean, I just really wanted the Sannyo counter. I brought it up as an idea in the last stream, and I'm like, man, that would actually be super nice if I had that. I would like to actually keep track of how many Sannyos I'm getting per stream. That's bad. Well, alright. In any case, yeah, so that was not me trying to set up the Sannyo counters, not all I did yesterday. I didn't do any runs, to be fair, but I did practice Sannyo herself. I just did my usual strategy of just like 3 lives, 1 power. Goddamn. And I got like, I think I played for about like 20 to 30 minutes and got like 2 wins. Which isn't great, but it, you know, it is practice. I'm starting to realize that me losing to Sannyo should be the expected outcome, and if I ever win against Sannyo, it's because I'm playing really well. That is what I have assessed. If I don't lose to Sannyo, it means I played well. There's just so much that you can do wrong. Just so many little slip-ups that can just ruin everything. And it's not like you have the lives in order to like make those mistakes. Like, you can get a decent chunk of lives, but I don't know. She can very easily take all of those away from you. Speaking of taking away all my lives, let's see how Sad's looking. Looking pretty sad. It's looking pretty sad, actually. It was fine right up until the end where that shit happened. There's probably a way out of there, but I wasn't gonna find it. Yeah, no, I'm resetting that. you know, I think, like, yesterday I just didn't really feel like doing any runs just because, like, I had, like, there was 2 things I really wanted to do yesterday. Well, I mean, one thing I had to do and then one thing that I really wanted to get done was, so, like, I had to go to Kendo yesterday as usual, which is, like, you know, pretty fucking exhausting. But then, yeah, no, but then, like, something I really wanted to do that day was just play Touhou Hero of Ice Fairy. Because, like, I think it was, yeah, it was on Saturday. I actually beat Touhou Hero of Ice Fairy. Like, I was completely done with the story. But, I had not gotten a no-hit on the final boss, and I spent, like, Sunday just doing that. I think. Yeah, well, like, ah, fuck. You know, I just, like, I was just trying to get a no-hit on the final boss. It was fucking difficult. Well, because, like, so they added, like, 2 new bosses in the final update, right? And, like, one of, like, the first of the 2 final, like, bosses or whatever, I got a no-hit. I got a no-hit on them, like, the same day that I finished the story. Or, like, I just got that one on Saturday, but then when it came to, like, the extra one, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna save her for a little bit. I'm gonna wait. And then, like, all of yesterday was just, like, well, not all of yesterday, but, like, like, I spent a decent amount of time yesterday literally just trying to get a no-hit run on her. I did get it. I was very happy. Because, like, her fight is fucking brutal to get consistent. And then, like, she has a lot of attacks that are brutal. I'm trying to think of, like, which one is, like, the most brutal to me. It's gotta be patterns, like, 5 and 7. Definitely. And then her final is also rough. She also just has a fuck ton of patterns, is the thing. She's, like, she has like 9 patterns. It's insanity. I am like, I want to talk in a way that doesn't spoil too much. I feel hard pressed trying to talk about this boss because I don't want to like spoil how the game goes. But it's a difficult boss. Yeah, I know, like, there is also the achievements or whatever for, getting like, a pacifist no-hit. Yeah, that's gonna... I haven't gone for any of those. I don't think I want to. Because that just entails timing out literally every pattern. Which I don't know how long that would make each fight. One thing I do know is that like for the final boss or whatever, their final pattern, I assumed it was a timeout originally, because I got confused, and I was dodging that for like a solid like 40 seconds, and didn't, and she like she was not going down. I don't know like how much longer I would have had to like dodge that for, but at the very least I realized I'm an idiot. I realized I would not want to do that pattern. I would not want to try timing out that pattern. Okay. Man, I really need to just like concentrate on the game. I'm not focusing on anything right now. Case in point. It's like, how am I ever gonna get any use out of the Sannyo counter at this rate? Spent all the trouble trying to set it up, only to realize that it doesn't work because I like to play in full screen. That is the thing. If I was a windowed mode player, then this would be fine because then it would work. But fuck windowed mode. I've been playing in full screen for like over a year now. I'm not changing now. I like being able to, like, just really see the bullets. Try to not overextend here, because I think that's been what's getting me killed the past couple of attempts. Okay. Good shit. Took 11 minutes, but I gotta run the mic without without getting hit. Truly, this is a momentous occasion. Yeah, something else recently. So I think I mentioned on one of the previous streams, I think Saturday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday stream. I mentioned that I was like I started reading the Majora's Mask manga. I actually didn't finish that because it's quite short. Or like, not to diss on the manga or anything, but it just is, right? Like. It's not like over in the blink of an eye, but it is like you know, it goes through the story pretty quickly. You know, but I really ended up enjoying it. I thought it was very neat how they decided to like tackle some of the things, and or like I thought it was really neat how they just decided to tackle the story. Again, it's like the main thing that stuck out to me is just how fast it is. Where it's like, you know, like the boss fights or whatever, like are like no more than like 2 to 3 pages. I think one thing that was sick was how they ended up like they actually had like the Andrew and Kaifei quest kind of like tied into the main story, because the Andrew and Kaifei quest is definitely like one of the coolest parts about that game. Like, I mean, maybe not from like a gameplay perspective, but like I don't know, just from like a story perspective, it's like it's just so interesting that like just to see that in a Zelda game, you know what I mean? God damn it. I had the right idea too, I just messed up. My stage 2 is not on it right now. I really thought those were gonna line up differently. Alright. Good to know that I know nothing. Alright, cool. Get another. Hey, Bam. Get another PB. I'll try. Last PB I had is like last Tuesday. So it's been nearly a full week, and to be fair, I've gotten like I've gotten at least 2 runs back to Jimbo since then. So it's not like I haven't gotten close, per se. But I just, you know, but it's not like I have gotten that close. Went from 14 million to 14.2. It's how good of a PB is that in terms of, like, score? Is that, like, crazy, or is that just, like, small? I can't tell. Oh shit, okay. Alright, no, so that is good actually, yeah. That's sick. I forgot to speed kill that fairy. I am just so out of it this morning already. I've been playing for like 15 minutes and I'm already out of it. Somehow you got them run on April 1st. Nice. It's the perfect time to get it. It's like the cosmos lined up for that one run to happen. Okay then. Yeah, sure. That worked out. Yep. No, yeah, I completely agree, game. I definitely dodged that. I 100% agree. I'm in cahoots with the game's code right now. we got a deal going on. Oh, yeah, I was reading more about the Majora's Mask manga. That was like fucking like 10 minutes ago I was talking about this, but whatever. Something I wanted to say about that like 10 minutes ago before I fucking like lost track of everything was oh god. Was just due to time constraints, like the Romani Ranch side quest or whatever was just kind of like completely like ignored. So like I guess you can kind of just assume in the context of that story that everything's like fine at Romani, but like in the context of the game, it's just funny to think of like just like, oh man, yeah, Link just kind of just let Romani Ranch just get invaded by the cows or by the aliens. Yes, they've been invaded by cows. And truly any farm's worst nightmare. Okay, that was really bad on my part. That was like terrible. God, I'm actually like really excited for yeah, for when I get to like show Dad the Andrew and Cafe quest. I don't think we'll probably, no, we definitely won't have enough time to see it in its entirety next stream, because I think it's like, I guess I do need to like write it out on my head, but I know like, I think just like the first thing in the chopping block for that stream will just be like Great Bay Temple, right? And then and like the only stuff I remember we need to do in the cycle we left off on is literally just beat, wow, that was so bad, is literally just beat Great Bay Temple and then on like the final night like purchase the All Night Mask. If we do those two things, then, or I think those two things are the only stuff we actually have left in that cycle. Oh yeah, speaking of Dad, something cool we got to do recently, cause so we actually like got together recently to we like drove to Mississippi, cause so basically a while ago we actually ended up like getting an N64, and and Dad was like, yeah, let's get a game to play on this. So I ended up purchasing, yeah, no, like, I just on my own, like, ended up purchasing Majora's Mask, because I've just kind of been, like, pilled out on that for a while. So I was like, yeah, I want to play this. The only problem, and I knew this going into it, was that I needed the expansion pack. So me and Dad were going to, like, drive out to me and Dad drove out to Mississippi again to get the expansion pack. Which, sadly, after we bought it, we realized it didn't fucking work, because it's, like, old and rusted. So that was just, you know, $45 down the drain. Well, not necessarily, because, oh wow, I actually kept that. Okay, not necessarily down the drain. They let you return it within 30 days, so like, Dad's gonna, like, go offshore, but once he gets back onshore, we were gonna try playing another trip to Mississippi to return that and potentially get a, like, an expansion pack that actually works. But since Majora's Mask didn't end up working and we had some time left that day, like, basically, I don't think we've ever mentioned this, but my dad has a profile in Ocarina of Time, when, like, because we had, like, Ocarina of Time on the Wii Virtual Console, and, like, probably like 10 years ago now. 10 years is just what I've been saying, although, to be fair, I don't actually know when he created that profile. Like, just a long fucking time ago now, like, Dad created a profile on Ocarina of Time, and he got all the way up to Ganon's castle, and then he just stopped playing, because I think, like, either just stuff came up, or he became bored, something along those lines. But so he's just had a profile that's just been sitting there right at the end of the game for years, never finished. So since we had some time, we decided to, like, set up the Wii, and see if Dad could beat the game, and he did. It was hilarious too, cause, like, so loading up into it, I noticed that, like, literally he had all of the trials and Ganon's castle complete. Like, the only thing he didn't do was go into that center tower and fight the final boss. Well, I mean, he hadn't picked up the boss key yet either, but, like, you know, other than that, like, it was literally just go and kill Ganondorf, and he had been sitting on that for years. It was funny too, because he was talking about it. He was like, yeah, like, in my head, like, I thought I had already cleared it, but then, like, you brought it up that I hadn't, and I was like, oh yeah, I hadn't. Wow. Okay. That was. I was like, well, you know, it's sad that I died on Frozen Peas, but I'm right at the end. It's fine. Like I got this. So I'll get a run to Sannyo. You know, I'll get to update that Sannyo counter. Nope. Completely blew that opportunity. All right then. You know, but it was great though. I was very excited to see him, like, finally beat OOT. He was very excited to actually beat OOT. That was like the memory card may not have worked, but that was still a great fucking day. Or not the memory card, but the expansion pack. Now I can just play Tears of the Kingdom. I'm trying to think of, like, other Zelda games, like, Dad hasn't beaten. I know I know he never beat A Link to the Past. I kind of ruined A Link to the Past for him to an extent. Because I had been playing when he played A Link to the Past, I had been playing it recently, and so I just kept telling him about shit, which was not fun for him because that's not how he likes to play Zelda. Just at the time, I just like didn't know the concept of like of oversharing when it came to like giving advice in games, where it's like, you know, if somebody's asking you for advice, literally I was an IRL chat member. Like, I was an IRL fucking Twitch chatter. Where it's like, you know, like when you're just trying to play a game and then somebody's yelling at you in chat how to play it. That was me in real life whenever my dad played a video game that I had played before. I was that person. And so I was doing the same shit in A Link to the Past, where he's just walking around and I keep telling him, like, oh yeah, you should do this and this and this. And then, like, and he, he was not having fun because of that, because he, like, again, what he likes doing in Zelda games is taking his time, exploring, discovering all this stuff on his own, and here I am just trying to tell him literally every step of the way of how he should be playing the video game. Hello, Banana Auras. Yeah, well, I've been dodging bullets so far. Well, not so far in the session, but this run. This run's been dodging bullets. For now, at the very least. Yeah, no, but like... But it was like that, and then, but, like, again, like, me just, like, fucking shouting advice at him was annoying, and then, like, he was not... he wasn't really a fan of the combat in that game. He just kind of kept dying a lot, which also was not fun for him. And then, like... Well, especially because, like, the range on your initial sword when you start the game is so, like, short, right? Like if you want to, like, hit things without getting hit yourself, you do have to be, like, pretty precise on your spacing. Which was annoying to him. And then, like, something he mentioned to me as well, because he was like... Because, like... Again, like, even without me shouting stuff at him, he didn't really find the game that fun to play for him in general. Like, because something he told me was like, he was like, yeah, I was annoyed when you did that, but then, like, after you stopped doing it, I realized that I didn't really have any, like, I didn't really want to explore. So, like, A Link to the Past really did not work out for him. Yeah. At the very least, like, he is playing Tears of the Kingdom now, which, yeah, no, like, Tears of the Kingdom is, like, his next Zelda game that he wants to beat, right? And he's actually gotten, like, some time to play that recently. He's been talking to me about it. So I really hope that, like, that he actually, like, can, like, get through it. I think, like, well, like, the main thing, he's brought this up as well, is that he just, like, needs to find those, like, fairy fountains so he can actually upgrade his armor. Because the thing is, like, when it comes to, like, my dad playing Zelda, it's more, like, he's more so the person to, like, he goes out of his way to find everything so that he has, like, an easier time winning, right? Like, it's kind of like a similar thing in RPGs, where, like, he will grind however long it takes in RPGs. Like, he does not care how easy he's making the rest of the game, like, just as long as, like, he can get through it, right? Which, like, that does work, especially for games like Zelda, where you can, like, buff up, like, your defense and stuff. like increase your attack, increase your defense, right? Like, it's like Zelda basically has level ups. Just in the form of, like, just finding random shit scattered about the world instead of, like, grinding for, like, 10 hours. You know, I think, like, it was funny, right? Because, like, when, like, Dad and I played, or when I showed Dad Reimu's Awesome Holiday, and I, like, in order to defeat Flandre, I just ended up, like, grinding to, like, level, like, 80 or whatever off screen, in between streams. It was, like, I had, like, fun doing that because I knew that was, like, well, like, okay, because I do that as well sometimes, right? Like, there's some times where I don't want to, or, it really depends on my patience, I guess. Like, because sometimes, like, I have no patience to grind, but other times I'm like, yeah, I don't care how long it takes, I'm like, grinding, right? That was definitely one of those scenarios, and I was having fun of it too, because I knew that if Dad was playing, like, Reimu's Awesome Holiday, that's, like, exactly what he would have done. That is, like, that is the exact thing he would have did. It was funny too, because the creator of that game ended up seeing, or ended up seeing that series existed as well. And he, and you know, and he got to see firsthand what my dad's playstyle is. At that point, it was so funny too. The creator of the game ended up like saying just like, well, you're the first person on record that I've actually seen grind up to like level like 90 or whatever level we were. So congrats for that. And I was like, Dad's gonna love that. Dad's gonna love hearing that so much, and he did. He was so happy to hear that. It was great. Dude, speaking of Reimu's Awesome Holiday, I've a demo for the for like the extra chapter is out. I don't have any plans on playing the demo because I wanted to just wait until the extra chapter is out itself. Whenever the extra chapter comes out, I'm definitely gonna show Dad it, right? Like there's no way I can't. It's like there's like so many. Oh wait, shit! I forgot. I gotta run to Sannyo. I'm zoned out. Update the counter. There we go. That's one. Shit. You know, but what was it that we had there's so many there is so many games right now that I like want to show my dad, like that I'm either waiting to come out or we're waiting until like a series we're on is concluded, right? Okay, hold on, let me focus for a little bit, then I can start talking again. Please die. I can hear the fucking drum roll. You bitch! She ran to the left. That was super bad on my part. Okay, here's the choke point. No cap. Sad. But I didn't get hit, so I'll take it. I could have had 4 lives going into it, but that's fine. That is perfectly fine. That is a run to stage 4, so I will take that. Alright, we'll see how far we can get it with what we got. God damn. I mean, I don't know if I would have capped it, but I would have at least liked to not die to that section, because that was actually avoidable. If I'm gonna die, at least hold out until the pattern gets impossible. Which it probably was going to become, but you know, it just feels disappointing dying like that. Lived for a decent while. Alright, let's see how Jimbo goes. Someone to share this lonely view. I got tripped up. I definitely needed to go left and around the Mentos there. I wanted to dodge to the right under it because there's nothing there otherwise, but that was not how I should have gone about it. That was just completely wrong. Whatever. That's 1 run of stage 4 today. I'll take that. And that Sannyo could have been worse. Alright, I'll say it. There were worse Sannyos to be had. It was a free miss, but hey. Alright, God, what was I talking about? So with yeah, I was talking about games I really wanted to play with Dad, right? Cause like, okay, so there's yeah, no, okay, so we're playing through Majora's Mask right now, right? There's Touhou Hero of Ice Fairy, which I really do want to show Dad that game, because I think it is actually sick. There's Touhou Hero of Ice Fairy. Recently, and like after Majora's Mask, this is like, if we're able to do it, this is the series I'd want to do the most if Dad was down for it. Cause like, so like me and Dad have played a ton of Terraria in the past, as like like we just played like hours of Terraria with each other in the past. And recently, they made it so that Terraria made it so that you can play version 1.0.6 again. Like you can just play that old build of the game. And like since that build only has 4 bosses, I was thinking like, oh, we could like play through that on stream. Like we wouldn't be done with it in like one stream, obviously, but like we could like beat all of the bosses in that game in like a reasonable number of streams, right? So I was thinking like, yeah, that'd be amazing to do. And then God, something really like a really random game that honestly like Dad has suggested that he wanted to they wanted to play together. I think he was suggesting it as like a game he wanted to play on stream. This was forever ago though. We saw Donkey's video on him playing the game on Roblox called Raise the Peter, and my dad's like, I want to play that, but we haven't done it. we haven't done it yet. We need to get like, I actually do already have a Roblox account because I have a couple of friends who like play on Roblox every now and again. Well, no, I haven't. No, I got a Roblox account, I remember, because I wanted to play Become Fumo. That's why I got a Roblox account. But, yeah, but we need to get my dad a Roblox account. And then we need to play that at some point. It's gonna happen someday. It's an inevitability. Like the seed has been there for too long, right? It's gonna that's gonna be a stream. It's only a matter of time. I was so afraid that Yin Yang was gonna just like, come back from the depths of off screen. Okay, I was afraid I was gonna go too low and get hit. That did. Thank God none of those things happened. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just not even gonna bother. I don't even care about you, TKNA. I don't even give a fiddly faddle or whatever. God, I know there are other games that I definitely wanted to show Dad. I'm trying to think of them. So, wow, okay, you left real fast. All right. Never seen you leave that fast. Nice. So, well, it's oh yeah, no, right, cause like, so when Reimu's Awesome Holiday, like the extra chapter that comes out, right? Like, I'm definitely showing my dad that. I'll probably play for it myself first, cause that is how I typically go about these things. I don't know though. I might. No, but if I know what I'm doing, then we can like go for it faster on stream, so we're not like so I don't get like stuck or whatever. I think that'll be good, yeah. And also, like, the more info I have about it, the more cool stuff I get to show Dad, because there's definitely going to be, like, secret stuff that I'm going to miss, right? And, like, you know, there might, like, if I play it with Dad on stream for the first time, I'll probably be trying to, like, rush through it to make sure we just get to, like, see the story in, like, a reasonable amount of time, so... I'll play for the DLC on my own first, and then I'll play for it with Dad. But something else I'm excited about. Like I don't know how far along, or like I don't know how far into the future this would be, but when Human Spirit Agency gets fully translated, like I have to show Dad that game. I have to show him it. I mean, it'll be good too, because it's not like he doesn't have because he knows what Ace Attorney Investigations is. He'll probably have forgotten most of it, because it's not like either of us actually played through it. It was like I just showed him like Jello Apocalypse's videos of him playing through Ace Attorney Investigations 1 and 2. So like I definitely have to like remind him a bit of like what it is, but he'll know it, and he'll know who Gregory Edgeworth is. I'll make sure of that. He's probably forgotten who the hell Gregory Edgeworth is at this point, but I'll make sure he knows. Like, Human Spirit Agency is so fucking amazing, because it's like one part of like, oh yeah, this is actually like a pretty cool story, and another part of like, oh man, yeah, this is a fucking fan fiction written by somebody who both really likes Touhou and really likes Ace Attorney Investigations. Like, there are just like some parts of it that just like ooze, just like that just like ooze like just fanboy energy, you know what I mean? Where it's just like it just feels like a 12-year-old wrote it, where it's just like, oh yeah, no, I got Gregory Edgeworth here. Oh, but his name's like Kita or whatever. Definitely. But it's not actually Kita. It's Gregory. It's Gregory Edgeworth. It's like, why is he here? It's like, don't worry about it. He's here. He's here. I know that they did give an actual lore explanation in that story for why Gregory Edgeworth is in Gensokyo. I don't give a fuck. And you know the person who created it doesn't give a fuck. You know they just had to look for an excuse in order to include Gregory Edgeworth in their game. Because it's... like, they needed something. I think it was so funny too, because when I first saw Gregory, and then he's like, oh yes, my name is Kita. I'm like, ah, okay, they definitely like wanted like an OC, but they just didn't feel like making the art for it. But then you realize that in chapter 2 that Hiyari's in the game, and that the person who made the game is fully capable of having art for their OCs. So yeah, it's just fucking Gregory. It's fucking amazing. Okay, second run to Sannyo. Boop. Now I do know how many lives I have. I know this. I don't give a fuck. And neither does Sannyo. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, that was terrible on my part. I'm not on it for dodging this first non today, it seems. 'Cause that's what we're in it for. I don't know how I was supposed to dodge that, honestly. That kind of lined up in a shit way. She's low. Okay, she wasn't low on the screen for that long, thankfully. I'm fucked. It's like, like, what do I do about that? Oh my god. Sannyo, please. Your omnipotence, have mercy. God. Shit. I shouldn't have started talking. No, dude, I choked. That was so bad. Yeah, that was a terrible Sannyo fight. Again, like, losing to Sannyo is the expected result. If you win against Sannyo, like, it's because things, like, went well for you in some way, shape, or form. I'm not going to claim that Sannyo fight went even remotely well for me. Like, I think the only attack I didn't get hit by was Non 2. But at the very least, like, the run leading into that was just so good that it didn't matter. Oh, what am I doing? I wasn't supposed to kill you. Oh, no. I turned my brain off. Okay, that's fine. I still lived. I lived. Nope. Dude, I died too early. I died too fucking early. I didn't even get to Jimbo. I didn't even get to see my lovely boy. That's sad. I'm sad. That is 2 runs to stage 4 in under an hour, though, so that is something. Oh, yeah, no, right. What I wanted to talk about before I got murdered, though. So... Yeah, so recently I have seen a game called RZ, which is, which, like, RZ is basically just, like, it's just, like, it's just, like, a group of people or whatever made a game that is, like, that just is, like, the old CDI Zelda games. Like, they even tried, like, making, like, the cutscenes or whatever just, like, feel like the same, like, style, and, like, just, like, the art, the way they explain things, it's just all, like, like, the CDI Zelda games, you know, except, like, the controls are not as shit. Like, it looks like, I've seen it, and it looks like it plays and controls like a normal game. It's just, like, the cutscenes all have that, you know, good old, CDI aesthetic to them. Yeah, it looks super well made. I want to play it at some point. It's like, you know, there's like 2 games that I like that I want to play that I don't own. It's like I forget the name of it. I was trying to describe it last time. It would I know this for a fact. It was like, it's like in the sea of stars, or it was something. It had both sea and stars in the name. It was something like that. It was like that time loop game. And then yeah, I want to play that and RZ. God, also I realize that kind of ties into games I want to show my dad on stream, because like, well, depending on like on how long like that time loop game is, I want to show. I like, that is probably a game I would inevitably like want to show dad on stream, because it does look like, okay, it does look really good. But also, again, I think the same people who made it is like the same people who have made Slay the Princess, and Slay the Princess is absolutely a game I need to show dad at some point. That is 100% a game he'd love to play, especially because like I can literally just like let him choose everything. Because like the thing is, like, the game's super good, although I didn't really have like any interest in playing it myself, because I did see like RT play through it. So it's like there's like different endings and stuff you can go for, right? But like, I don't know, I just didn't like I just like saw it and I was like, oh, that's super good, but I just never really had like any intention of playing it myself. But like I realized that like I could show dad the game. Dad's never seen it. He'd probably love to play through it. I do realize it is a little scummy to just see a YouTube video of a game and then be like, oh man, that game looks like it was super well made by its developers and has a lot of love and care put into it. Well, I guess I'm never gonna buy it. But I don't know, that's just how my brain works. I'm just like, like I have other games that I'm playing. I get like most of the story, right? Like, it would be interesting to see how some of the different scenarios would play out, but other than that, I don't really have like that much of an interest in playing it. God, I'm trying to think of like other narratively driven games in my mind. Stream like the Stanley Parable, right? Something I am realizing, right, is that like, or no, something I was like thinking about was like I know the person who made the Stanley Parable also made another game called The Beginner's Guide, which apparently I've heard has a similar sense of humor to the Stanley Parable. And like I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, why have I never like checked out The Beginner's Guide? That's another game I should like see someday. Because like I do like the Stanley Parable's like sense of humor, and like of course it wouldn't be the exact same thing, right? But if The Beginner's Guide has like a similar like sense of like humor to it, I would probably enjoy it. It's like, it's the problem. There's too many games out there. You don't got time to play all these video games. You got a life to live and shit. Meanwhile, I have a little more free time than your average person with a life. I have a life to an extent. I hang out with like a decent amount of people. I work like part-time or whatever, but like, I don't know. At the moment, I still do have, like, a lot of free time to myself, and I am enjoying it. I mean, like, that free time to myself is what lets me, like, you know, like, play Touhou and get better at it. You know, like, I don't really see, like... It's like interesting, right? Because I've been playing like Touhou long enough at this point where it's like there's like only two ways I really see like my quote unquote like journey with Touhou kind of ending is either if I get an accomplishment so good that I don't feel like trying to top it or match it again. Or if I just get to a point in my life where I really just don't have the time or energy to want to grind out Touhou. It's like one of those two. I personally hope it's the former, if possible. That is what I will try to get. Of course, to do that, I need to stop running into bullets all the time, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Wow, she actually died. That's how fucking delayed those missiles were. Okay, I thought you weren't gonna appear, buddy. You took a long time to show up. You kept me waiting on that doorstep for 7 years. 7 long years. Alright, free power. Well, let's see what we do with it. Yeah, keep in mind, this is the easier frozen peas because we have free power. So, like, if I mess this up, it's gonna look really bad on the track record. Cool. Alright, my resume's looking just a little cleaner now. If I'd failed that, I was never gonna find a job again. Alright, let's see how Sannyo goes when I don't have 7 billion lives. I mean, to be fair, 4 is nothing to sneeze at. I forgot to update the Sannyo counter. Damn it. Hold on, I care about this. I care. Sannyo. Son. We have Sanyos. God damn it. God damn it, Bobby. Nice. Alright, how about this pattern? How's this one gonna go? Shit fucking sucks, bro. Where do I go? They really wanted me to go up and through that, didn't they? Alright, it's the choke point. I'm being a little bit overzealous. That's another run past stage 3. Really wish I could get an actually good run past stage 3. But hey, they're getting there, alright? Ooh, ooh. Pretty bad. Alright, well. Where do you want to bet I die? I could die before yellows, to be fair. I could die before the yellow spam. Alright, do you believe that I'll die to the yellow spam, or do you believe, or are you a non-believer and think I'll die before that? That's the difference between believers and non-believers in my chat. It's just, it's not if I'll fail, but when I'll fail. Alright, well, if you were a believer, you're gonna have your hopes fulfilled. But what about the Omega believers? Well, the Omega believers are in fucking shambles right now. The answer is that there were no Omega believers. Hey, with how I did that dodging on Sannyo's final, I should just be grateful that I actually got a run. That I got that run. It's a fucking Sannyo or whatever. I should be grateful that I got that run to stage 4. I'm zoning out. I realized so far, every run that I've gotten to Sannyo, I've gotten to stage 4. They've all been like just good enough paces to succeed. I'm resetting that. You know, like I've only been here for like an hour and 5 minutes, and I've actually like gotten free runs to stage 4. That shit is unheard of. Sure, maybe, you know, each and every run has died before really getting anywhere in stage 4, but, you know, I'm there. I'm getting there. Which is more than I could say for, like, 90% of my other sessions. Alright, you gotta start somewhere. And hell, even despite this, you know, like, I know for a fact that, that it could just easily fall apart in the next session. Sannyo is a beast, and you should never count her out. That is the lesson I've learned, alright? Never underestimate Sannyo. Sannyo has graciously led us through the past couple of runs. Sure, she's like, you know, she's required a toll, but she's led us through, which is more than she's ever given us before. So, like, you know, just don't get cocky about it, alright? Say your thanks. Say thanks to your local Sannyo today for giving you the honor of getting the stage 4. Hold on, random thing. I want to see. Okay, yeah, no. My mic's still going. I realized, like, I'd been tabbing out so much, but I hadn't actually been, like, checking my mic at all. And I was like, what if it has been unplugged this entire time? But no, it hasn't. I mean, hey, depending on who you ask, my microphone being unplugged might be a blessing. I like having it, though. I like knowing, like... I think it's just good to have the random shit I say archived for the future. Yeah, sure, I may never look back on it, but hey, it's there. But, like, there will probably come a day where I look back on it and be like, yep, this is sure the shit I said to myself whenever I was playing Touhou. So it's just, it's nice to have. That's why I also like making sure all of my, like, actual runs are recorded. Other than just, like, you know, having, like, more proof standards. It's also just, like, yeah, I get to see, like, I get to see what it was like in the moment when I was playing, right? I don't have to, like, try to, like, recall it. I can just literally hear what the fuck I'm saying. If I'm saying anything. Yeah, to be fair, I think, like, for a while now, I've kind of gotten into, like, a habit of just, like, I've more so gotten into a habit now where, like, if I'm playing and not really caring, like, I will just, like, I'll, like, listen to music or YouTube, and I'll just, like, zone out. Like I won't even say anything. Damn it, are you kidding me? I realize, like, because, like, so I can zone myself out with YouTube or music, but I can also, like, but if need be, I can also zone myself out with myself, right? Like, if I don't want to, like, overcomplicate anything, like, just using my own nonsense or whatever, kind of just, like, send my brain in the direction it needs to go. It's, like, something I do while, like, driving as well, right? It's, like, well, especially in driving, because it's, like, you know, like, if I'm the only one in the car, it's not really the easiest thing to just play music, right? Well, I don't have my phone hooked up to the car or anything, so I just, like, I just kind of, like, manually play songs. So I typically only play something if I'm, like, or, like, cue something up if I'm, like, at, like, a red light or whatever. Yeah, no, but, like, other than that, it's mainly just me singing to myself or whatever, so I don't, like, so I can just, like, focus on the parts of driving that I need to focus on. Or, like, yeah. Good. Because I think just, like, overcomplicating scenarios when you're driving is really bad. I mean, obviously, undercomplicating them is pretty fucking bad, but, you know. Just, like, there are some times when you're driving where you're just, like, yeah, I just need to start, like, moving. It's like, I'll just hold up traffic more if I stop here. Like, I gotta keep going. I think, like, driving has been such an interesting experience, because it's, like, I know a lot of people, like, ask, like, oh, yeah, do you feel free now that you're, like, driving or whatever, and it's, like, it's not necessarily free, it just feels convenient. Because, like, in the past, if I needed to get somewhere and nobody could drive me, I would just straight up walk. Like, I didn't give that much of a fuck about the distance, right? Like, there were some times where I just didn't go to something if it was, like, I had to, like, keep walking there, and it was, like, it's, like, a 2-hour walk or something, right? Like, and then obviously, like, you know, if the walk goes, like, above 2 hours, then I'd kind of opt out at that point. But, basically, like, but there was some places where it would, like, just straight up, like, take an hour or an hour and a half to walk to, right? And I would just do it. If I wanted to get there that day, I would just get myself there. Wow, that is the fastest depth I've ever seen on that card. But, like, yeah, like, go... It, like, I would just, like, get myself there, but it would just take a while. But now it's, like, now if I want to get myself somewhere, I don't have to walk for, like, I don't have to walk for an hour and a half anymore. Like, I can just make it. I can make it there in, like, a tenth of the time. It's just, like, it's just convenient. Like, I can appreciate driving so much more because I used to walk, right? So, like, I don't really get a sense of freedom from it. I just get, like, more of a sense of, like, okay, this is a good time saver. It's like, we're really optimizing the route now. Of course, like, a good time saver alternative to walking is biking. But, where I live in, biking's not necessarily a great idea. Where I live, there's no real, like, bike roads and shit. A lot of the bike routes kind of have to go alongside cars, and it's really shit. It's super dangerous to bike, especially considering this is, drivers here are, not very good. They're not good. Like, this is like, where I live, it's like, a lot of the people here say, just like, yeah, if you can drive here, you can basically drive anywhere. So, just like, everyone just drives really fucking fast and aggressive. That's like the main issue from what I can tell. Like if like the speed limit's like fucking 35, everyone's trying to go like 45. Nah, like obviously that's an over exaggeration, right? But like to an extent, like some people are just like, oh, okay, speed limit's 35. I'm gonna just make sure I hit that perfect 40. Because like obviously you're allowed 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, but like it's not. I don't know. That's supposed to be there as like kind of like an exception to the rule, right? They expect you to go 35, but the 40's there. Okay, yeah, this Sannyo run is probably not succeeding, but we'll see what happens. They allow you more than that if need be, right? Well, because obviously like nobody's going to go perfectly 35 forever. It's like obviously like as you're driving, you're gonna go a little bit above it, you're gonna go a little bit below it. So like they allow like a 5 mile per hour difference in both directions. But they don't actually expect you to go 5 miles like faster or slower than it. It's just somewhere in that range. God, I really can't read her first non today, huh? Hey, that's 4 Sannyos though. I have no idea how that worked out for me the way it did, but it really just did, huh? Again, I mean, like, what was good there was I just focused on dodging the bullets. Like, I didn't really concern myself with much else. I focused on what I needed to, and wow, I have no power. It's like, you know, I made sure that I stayed alive, really paid attention to everything I needed to, and I'm fucked. I hate how early that thing can shoot before you can shoot back at it. That is bullshit, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Literally can't even hit the thing. I don't care if that's how enemies feel whenever I shoot them down before they get to shoot. Alright, it's... I'm the player. I should have the advantage in the situation. I'm the big, strong, magical girl with the lasers and the missiles, alright? They're just a fairy. What the fuck are they supposed to do? Nothing. They should accept their fate and surrender. They shouldn't even bother to show up, honestly. They're not even gonna accomplish anything that way. Wow. Man, I really just said, what if I just ran into it? Let's just jump into it. Alright. I really thought going to the left was gonna be the play there. As it turns out, no. $13. Yeah. I miss those yin yangs, and I'm like, this isn't gonna end well for me, is it? Are we back in the long-awaited stage 1 purgatory? I think we are. It's been a while since I've been in here. Like, today has been a lot of well, like, a lot of the early game mistakes have been happening in stage 2, not really stage 1. Like I've had some like stage 1 flubs, yeah, but like I feel like most of the flubs have been happening in stage 2. And then like every single like amazing run that I've had has just had like a 5 miss to Sannyo, and I've just kind of had to hold that. every good run I've had just goes to shit whenever I encounter Sannyo. Like, I know I need to practice Jimbo, but I kind of really do want to keep practicing Sannyo as well. One of these times, we're gonna get an actual gap. I guess I could have taken that one on the last attempt, because that definitely existed. I was just waiting for a later one to spawn for some reason. But I'm realizing I'm not gonna get that later one. It doesn't exist. It's a myth, a legend. It's a work of heresy. $193. That's a number. So close. Just a few frames off of having those sweet, sweet extra yin-yang orbs. hold on, I touched the fucking cord. That wasn't enough to unplug it, was it? No. Okay. Listen, you don't get it, man. When you can't see your mic, and also your mic gives no good indication of whether it has been unplugged or not, it causes a good amount of paranoia. Especially when you've had streams in the past that where your microphone's been unplugged for like an hour and you just never realized it. And it's not like, well, it's not like I can rely upon like chat to tell me, right? Like like for better or for worse, I don't really have like, or I don't get like a ton of chat messages. Well, some streams actually do get a decent amount, right? Like I get to like talk to people in chat, which is nice. I actually like, I don't know. Like whenever I get to talk to chat, it's a pretty cool experience, right? But like, you know, I don't always have that, and so like when it comes to like troubleshooting like technical stuff like that, it's mainly something I have to find out on my own. Yeah, I just kind of had a 50-50 shot there, and well, it didn't work out. I lost the 50-50. To be fair, not the worst thing. And I actually got out of stage 1, so that's something. We have broken the stage 1 curse. I guess, well, now that I think about it, I don't really think I spent that much more time in stage 1 just now than I did at the start of the stream. So like, I guess it hasn't been, if I'm counting that as a stage 1 curse, it probably hasn't been that long then. since the stage 1 curse happened. Wow, you're alive, huh? Three, two, 1, 0. There we go. Nice. Okay. Scuffed, but that was fine. Could have been worse. Could have always been worse. Go. So I'm just kind of zoning out at this point. Well, I guess I zone out a lot, but really want to try capitalizing when I can. It's capitalizing on the run currently in stage 2. I mean, I've only had 1 death so far, right? Like, that's not a horrible pace. If I can continue to just not die, like, you know, I'd be in a pretty good position going into Sannyo. We'll see, though. We'll see what I can accomplish. Not dying is easier said than done. Well, that was a thing. She was really making that kaleidoscope scary looking. Like, it's like a horror film, right? Like, it can't actually kill you, but like it still fills your heart with the fear that you might die. Just a good old jump scare. Can you imagine a kaleidoscope, or like you look into it and it's just like horrific demon faces? That's basically what I was looking at just then. It's just like a screamer image. Go over here. Okay, that was almost terrible. I was like, oh, surely I'll be safe if I go over there, right? Nope. I was actually in more danger than ever. She just kept running away, man. Like, I couldn't hit her. I never thought I'd see the day where, like, where I have free power and I'm forced to time out the mid, or like the fucking mid boss. Trying to say like mid Sannyo or whatever. I mean, mid Sanya's right of how well she was developed. Her pattern's mid. There's just a bunch of pink needles just coming at you, and I don't even care about that. God, step up your game, son. I was definitely expecting to be hit with some karma and those frozen peas. I wasn't. Pleasantly surprised. That doesn't mean there's... no, you know what? I'm claiming it right now. If I get hit, it's not Karma's fault. It's my fault. Alright? Karma has nothing to do with it. I forgot to update the counter. I'm real good at this. Five. I don't know why I never realized I could insult someone's favorite Touhou character by saying she's mid, but now I know of a few people that will be hearing that quite a bit. Hey, Noveka. Yeah, she's mid. God damn it. Mid is a funny insult. Hold on, I'm gonna concentrate. That just sucked on my part. Wait, did I not kill that fairy? Why do I only have one life piece? Okay. Well, yeah, it's about the average Sannyo. It's like, mid as an insult is like, it's not very like harsh or anything, but it definitely has a little bit of a sting to it. It's like, it's mid. I think it's just like, it just shows like how, like, just a certain lack of empathy towards it, or just like, yeah, no, because you're just like, yeah, I don't really care about this thing. It's like whatever, it's mid. Which is like almost worse than having just like or in some cases that can be worse than having an outright hatred for it. Because, like, you know, if you have an outright hatred for something, that shows that you at least care about it enough to hate it. But, like, if you're just like, whatever, man. Then it's like, you know, its existence, like, isn't even enough to like, get you to care. To, like, or, like, to even have a harsh opinion. Nice. Look at that. I'm on the wrong side of history, buddy. I'm on the wrong side. Good. Alright. So we always figure when I say you're on the wrong side of history. It was like, it was like one time I said, like, yeah, I'm on the wrong side of history. And then somebody was like, yeah, and history's a wall. And I was like, what? And they're like, never mind, it's fine. And I realized, like, after that recording, I realized that they were trying to quote, like, this is like a fucking, like, year or two ago. I don't even remember what recording this, or, like, what stream this was. But they quote, I realized they were quoting, like, an episode of Prop Hunt. Or like Jack, Bob, Mark, and Wade, where Jack said that to Bob, and I realized, like, and I had seen that episode too, like when that stream happened, like, well, like, I know I had, because, like, afterwards I realized, like, oh yeah, how did I not get that in the moment? Like, my mind wasn't even, like, remotely thinking of that, like, when they said it, and I have no idea how my brain wasn't like, oh yeah, this thing you've seen before. I was thinking about that, and I'm like, man, that was a missed opportunity. Like, not much would have come from that, but, you know, I would have at least been in on the bit. It's like I missed out. Now I'm sad. I'll be ostracized at school. What shall I do? I don't even. When did I die twice? What happened? I know I died once to sad, but did I die twice to sad, or did I die to something else? I guess it's not important. Yeah, what is important is that I just stand still to get hit by the jelly bean. That's what really matters. I may have missed that purple bullet. Potentially. Oh, I died to spell 1? Oh, that's sad. I didn't even remember that. I just straight up didn't see that purple bullet when I ran into it. That is so weird, though. I literally have no memory of dying to spell 1. Okay. I would have assumed I had made that dodge, but I was not looking hard enough. Well, because I looked away from the bullets at that point, because my brain was so sure that it's like, yeah, you made that. You hit right then and there? Oh, I forgot what I was supposed to do. I was like, wait, there's something I'm forgetting here. I just didn't get a good gap. They didn't give me one. I can't get over. I missed a point of power because of you freaks. How dare you? How dare. Oh, God. I'm just gonna ignore that. It's fine. Wow, I didn't even get an 11-second kill. That's depressing. That's depresso espresso. My favorite kind of drink, the depresso espresso. Espresso? How do you pronounce the name of that coffee, actually? It's an espresso, right? There's no like, there's no like C there, right? Or like X. Cause like express, right? But that's its own thing. Like that's not a coffee, that's a fucking train. Espresso. Like, espresso doesn't sound right either. But I can't think of what else it's called. It might just be espresso. Alright. Cool. Good to know that I'm very goated and talented at this video game. Yep. All skill, definitely. God, I can't even imagine anything else it'd be other than just pure skill and executional talent. Definitely not carried by luck. What do I do? There's just so much purple litter just everywhere on the screen. Like there was no clean way for me to really deal with that situation. I just kind of had to like accept it. I just had to accept it as fact. Four, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. No, that's fine. Well, fine in quotation marks. It would have been fine had I actually like managed to kill that middle fairy on the first go around, but I think I'd like abandoned. I abandoned ship a little too quickly. And it just made like dodge or like trying to restream that just way worse than it should have been. That was terrible. I'm honestly amazed I didn't get hit there for that. I really didn't need to go under that, huh? Alright, time to read multiple shades of green. That was like the dumbest way I could have died to that. That wasn't a bad pattern or anything. I just straight up ran into that shit. That was probably 2 of the saddest deaths I could have had in stage 2. Imagine capping sad only to have a death to like a stage 2 stage portion and then running into the second spell. It in fact could be me, believe it or not. It was me. I'm the one. Can you come over here, you? 50 shades of green, exactly. It's just too many shades, alright? It's just... It's truly not my fault if I get hit by that many shades. 50 Shades of Green is like Takane's movie that she's working on. That's why she's a merchant. She's trying to collect all 50 shades so she can film the film. And it's literally just going to be like a 2-hour film of just the camera pointing at each individual shade of green. And that's it. But like it's gonna do super well because it's like the only film that actually like exists in Gensokyo. It's Gensokyo's first ever movie, so it's gonna bring in the numbers, and everyone's gonna watch it and then be like, why did I pay for this? That was bad. That was just really bad on my part. I thought I had to go off to the side. I mean, if I had like hard committed, I may have been able to make it work, but could have been worse, to be fair. I guarantee the 1 death. Alright, time for 1 power frozen peas, my favorite section in all of the run. Man, remember the runs where we used to be able to get here with free power? Those were the times. I was popping off during those runs. Love to have those days back. Would love to have those days back. Alright, update the counter. Update it. 6 Sannyos. It's not impossible to win. It's gonna be difficult. I really thought I had to move up there. That was probably the saddest way I could have lost that. Alright, well we have enough time to get 1 more Sannyo. We could have a 7 Sannyo session. But will we get it? That's the real question. 7 Sannyos in 2 hours, can we do it? I just couldn't. I just couldn't restream it. Luckily, it didn't really matter. I kind of got all the power. I didn't see that one. That was probably the saddest way I could have. Exactly. We're gonna hit the 7th lucky Sannyo. Meaning that one is gonna be like an LNN Sannyo. It has to be. The luck stars will align, right? Gonna have an LNN Sannyo live on stream. It's gonna be amazing. What's my best Sannyo I've gotten in a run? I think I think I actually do have like a 1 miss. I either have like a 1 miss or a 2 miss Sannyo as my like Sannyo PB, like during runs. In practice, I do have 1 LNN Sannyo. That LNN Sannyo did actually end up timing out like her third non and her third spell, but it was an LNN. All right, I didn't get hit and I didn't bomb. It's just I did that shit with 1 power, so, you know, so like, listen, when you're playing Sannyo at 1 power, sometimes you just have to accept that you're not going to be winning at a card. You're just going to be surviving. That's what 1 power Sannyo is like. Yeah, again, like, I just, like, I really do need more Sannyo practice, right? Because it's, like, the free runs I've gotten past Sannyo, like, none of them are really, like, that good. They all just, none of them are, like, good Sannyo fights, but like, they all had, like, a decent amount of lives going into them, so it just didn't matter. Okay, that was just super unfortunate. There is no way that I was supposed to know. Like, there's no way I could have known that she was gonna all fucking, like, just gang up on me there. And then I ran into the bullet. Oh, and game over in stage 1, so run's not over yet, technically. It may be a super embarrassing 2 deaths that I had, but hey, I capped sad. I capped that sadness. Alright, it was great. Okay. I'm just really trying to see if I can get this run to recover. It doesn't matter how bad it is. If I can get it to Sannyo, then I'm happy. I'm happy to call it here. 2, 1, 0. Nice. You know, I just, like, I started farther out to the right, and I just, like, I actually just killed the fairy because of that. It was, like, way easier to read because I did it like that. I think the hardest part about reading it if you do it like that is, like, in my opinion, like, reading the, like, red bullets as you're trying to, like, I don't know, like, I guess, like, reading the red bullets like that is, like, a little awkward to me, but to be fair, it only becomes worse if you don't kill the center one, right? So I think it is worth it just trying to make sure that the center one dies. god, that was about to become brutal. That was so bad. How did I not get hit? How did I not? You telling me modern hitboxes didn't dictate I died there? Really? Nice. I've read 50 Shades of Green. It wasn't a very good book. Honestly, 50 Shades of Green, it's... I'm imagining that as like a book Luigi wrote. And it's just like all of the traumatic experiences Luigi has been through in his life. It's like, you think you know me, but you don't. I can't do a Luigi voice. Okay. Doesn't matter if the reading's a little scuffed, as long as we just get through it, it'll all be good. Nice. Good shit. Only had 3 more power. That was really bad. I misread that entirely. Okay. It's 3 seconds, so this guy is going to spawn no matter what. Like, that is something I realized, because, like, I had that one run where I was, like, tripped up on that, but, like, there was literally... There was 3 seconds left. There wasn't a reality where he didn't spawn there, is what I realized. Like, it literally has to be, like, it has to be, like, under a second left when you kill Sannyo if you want to kill that guy. Or if you want to skip that guy. Otherwise, he shows up. Like, even if you time Sannyo out, he's still showing up, like, frame 1. It is so specific if you don't want that guy there. Yeah, I kind of got a little lost. I was a little confused on where to go. That's fine though, because that is one last run of Sannyo for the stream. 7 Sannyo spotted. No matter how this goes. No matter how this goes, this is it. Come on, LNN. Okay, that was really stupid on my part. I don't know why I thought that would work. It's not over yet. she's low. That was so bad. I was hoping I could at least get... God, if I had gone past this pattern, there's a decent chance I could have gotten past her last two, actually. Alright, well, whatever. The house always wins. Damn you, house. Alright, well, the counter is jank, but I kind of like it. I like this counter. I want to keep it. I want to keep this counter for this foreseeable future, because I actually do like... I like keeping track of it. I think this is nice. In any case, that's going to do it for this stream. Thank you so much for watching this. Hope you have a good rest of your time. Goodbye.